my fellow degenerate watch addicts. Today I present to you a very cool watch that I recently acquired. It's a chronograph variation of the TAG Heuer Link, with this specific reference being CJF2110 with the caliber 16 movement. This is the very first tag I've ever owned, handled, and seen up close, so I had no idea what to expect. But I can say that I was very pleasantly surprised by a significant margin. This is an older model. I'm not 100% sure on when it was released, but I know that it was on or before 2010. It's these older model tags that catch my attention because they have a charm about them that are reminiscent of the 90s and early 2000s. Regardless of what current popular media tells us, growing up for me, these TAG Heuers have always represented high quality, so in a way, this is kind of a grail for me. And let me tell you, these watches are solid. And when I say solid, I'm saying they're solid as f***. The tightness of the various actions and density of the case slaps me in the face. Despite its age, it outperforms many of my current watches in these categories. The Link's ability to stay so technically relevant for such a long time is impressive, and I know at least for me, this is the definition of a true value for money watch, so much so that I can see old tags becoming an entirely separate sub-collection for me. Going back to the action, the pushers and crown are next level. I believe the caliber 16 movement is a variation of the ETA 7750, so I don't think this watch has a column wheel. But the interface between the pushers and movement is so tight and snappy that it feels like there is a column wheel. For the record, if anyone knows if there actually is a column wheel, please let me know in the comments. The crown feels like it's attached to the watch not with a dainty crown stem, but rather a steel rod, and that's just how solid it feels. When you're turning it to wind the mainspring or set the time, it has that robust feeling that makes any watch enthusiast smile. Another impressive thing about the Link is how ergonomic the case and bracelet are. Here are the dimensions, and on paper you can see that it's not too big, but it's also not a particularly small watch, and it's got some decent heft to it as well. With that said, it wears so comfortably that you would be convinced it was much smaller. The lug-to-lug and bracelet work so well together, and whoever designed this watch knew what they were doing. The surface of the steel is also very smooth and slides across the skin effortlessly, so sticky and hot days are not an issue. I have plenty of 7750 chronographs in my collection, and they're not the most comfortable watches to wear long term. All I can say is the Link is wristwatch ergonomics perfected, and it has set the gold standard of comfort for me. Wearing this watch is such an enjoyable experience, and I'd say it's even more comfortable than a lot of my 36mm watches. The Link has this great quality where it's super funky yet retains a professional elegance to it. Under the sapphire crystal, the applied indices and chromed out hands look nice, and the silver rims around each of the subdials ties everything together. A lot of chronographs lack this touch of detail on their subdials and prevents them from achieving their true aesthetic potential. When observed at the right angle, the reflective components pair well with the overall brushed motif of the case and again remind us of the harmony between playful elegance and straightforward professionalism. This straightforward quality is carried over onto the caseback, which is outstanding. I love casebacks like this where it's not trying to be overly fancy while still exuding an air of quality that is not unlike top-level military equipment. There's something about a closed, screw-down caseback that just resonates with me. And that's not to say that any watch with a closed screw-down caseback is good, but when it's delivered in a package like this, it's simply incredible. It goes without saying that the bracelet is the standout feature of the Link. It might be an acquired taste, but you are guaranteed to fall in love with it once you've experienced what it's all about. I know the current Link bracelet is a little different, but this older style is what I prefer. Overall, I'm very satisfied with my purchase and glad that I finally took the plunge and got this wonderfully funky watch. It has exceeded all of my expectations and solidified my belief that TAG Heuer is a seriously top quality watch brand. I think now is the time to get into these slightly older tags, as deals are abundant and most sellers are more than willing to negotiate. But that's all I have for now. If you made it this far, a like and subscribe is appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Bye.